easy go.
Right guys, it's going to be a 100K Nightfall solo on the Wheel of the Thousands. For those that just want to see the run, then skip to time the screen. For the rest of you, I'll show you my card setup, weapons and subclass and stuff. Now this is going to be a similar format to a video that I done last week, where we take the 100K Nightfall and we try to do it as quickly as we can. One reason why I'm doing this is to make the Nightfall more engaging to me, so I have a little bit more fun with it. As the Nightfall as it is now, not having a lot of fun with them because there's not a lot of difficulty to them in my opinion. They're really good to speedrun. It's never been better to speedrun Nightfalls, never ever. So they're really good for that. But as far as 100Ks, you know, they're not a lot of fun to play. And the reason being for that, in my opinion, going to it, is because of the light. So they're 540 recommended power. We can overlevel to 650, right? The handicap on the card maxes out at 110. That puts you at 540 light. Wait a sec. So that's putting you at the recommended power of the activity. That's not a handicap. It's a handicap on the card, right? But it's not a handicap on the activity. So that, in my opinion, it isn't handicapping the Nightfall. It's not handicapping you. What was a handicap was previous, where you put a 74 handicap on there, which would make you 311 light. I think it was 311 light. That made you a one-shot, sometimes. Depending on, say you had Soul Singe on an Acolyte hit you with a Solar Nade, it's a one-shot. But most of the time it was a two-shot. That's good, because that's what a max handicap Nightfall should be. Right? It should be this super tough activity. So there's a problem there. So that means that this activity, you know, it isn't a prestigious activity. It's just a milestone. The game's full of milestones, right? And which I don't personally like the milestone system. But the Nightfall's just it's not a prestigious activity. It's just turned into another milestone. That's all it is, right? So let's just treat it like that. It's just a 10-minute activity. Get it done, boom. You've done that, right? Go and do your 3 strikes. Then go and do this. Especially for solo players, they've got 3 characters to do. They've got the forged weapons to grind for. There's a lot of stuff to do in this game. We're doing a lot, but not a lot, if that makes sense. We're doing all these milestones, we're just repeating the same content over and over and over, right? But it's just the same stuff, really. You know, that's what it feels like to me, anyways. So, but anyways, that's why I kind of speedrun these 100Ks, just to show people you can do it. You can do it yourself, and you can do it quickly at any skill level. You just need to know how to set up the card and what weapons to use, and then you're good to go. And you're good to go at that. So I'll show you the card setup first of all. So I had a 110 handicap on there, Arc Singe, heavyweight to buff our weapons and subclass, momentum for health regen, and extinguish as it's kind of a free modifier really. That equates to a 5 times multiplier. Now say you're 640 light, you're still leveling, or you're new to the game, whatever it is, right? Put the handicap down to 100 so that you're still 540 basically. Or say you're 630, then put it down another 10. Just adjust the card accordingly so that you're 540 at whatever light that you're leveling at. Right? That's the point of that. It'll just mean that you need to kill more Acolyte or more Thrall or maybe an additional Major, which is fine on this one because there's so many ads to kill. It's fine to do that. Okay, subclass. So we use Striker Titan, so it's Top Tree, Pulse Grenade, Rally Barricade and Strafe Lift that we're using. We've paired that with Skullford as it's a top tier Striker Titan exotic. Especially it plays into the whole thing that even if you're running out of heavy, you've always got an offensive option. Even if you've got no ammo, right, you've still always got an offensive option. That's the beauty of it. Plus you're always regenerating your Pulse Nade, which is really good. As for weapons, we're using Parcel of Stardust, Loaded Question, just because it's arc, any arc special will do you, and Thunderload. Thunderload's the main thing, having that on. Now we're running 2 specials. It's gonna mean that you're gonna be more consistently getting heavy. If you have heavy ammo finder on your armor, that's gonna help as well. I've noticed a thing. I haven't got a heavy ammo finder on this actually. But another thing that's going to help as well a little bit, it's not essential, it's just little extra details. I have a machine gun reserves on. It's going to increase your Thunderload ammo. That's going to help out because you're using it a lot. But that's the weapons, the cards, setup and all of that. Right, so I'm with the run. So straight away we summon our Sparrow. Sparrow to the first section, pretty straightforward. If you're doing it on a 110 handicap, you can pretty much skip what I did. If you're doing it on any less, like a 100 or a 90, then you want to kill a couple more ads than what I did. What an idea for you could be is that you clear out this first section, all of this, and then do what I did, and that would equate probably to the points that I got. But you'd have to calculate that based on what points you're getting on your handicap, since I'm doing 110. But it wouldn't be much more, to be honest, and there's a lot of instances where you can kill a lot more ads than I did. So with this room here, there's two different rotations that you can get. It's either Ogre or Shrieker. If it's Shrieker, you need to concentrate the Shrieker first. You can kill a couple of acolytes like I did by nading there. Literally go for the scannable and take down the chamber, and that's that room. You don't need to do anything else with that. So if you're leaving that room with 9k-ish, that's around about the level you want.
Continued fluctuations will result in a critical failure. All personnel are advised.
Control the charge there for 3 points as well, since I'm running past. This is the main room where we're going to do most of our killing, since we need to kill a majority amount of these ads to progress to the next segment. So take down that major, go for the scannable, and then what you want to do is come to this part of the room. Since majors are going to spawn in the middle and they do arc damage to you, it's best to stand round about here. Plus you can spawn kill pretty easy with Thunderload. Just takes them out really quick. Next spawn will be directly to our left. After that spawn, then the majors are up in middle. On my rotation I have 2 shielded knights. If you got the Shrieker, then you'll have got a wizard, which will be less points, so you might want to kill an additional major to account for that. So now the vent's open. Like you can see, I'm skipping majors here and ads that don't need to be killed. If, like I said, if you're on a low handicap, you could have easily just killed those for the additional points. This room is basically a skip. We run for the scannable. I can pulsate those brawl there, it's pretty convenient, as it costs no additional time, it's 10k. And we can take down the chamber. If you tag any of the ads before the chamber explodes, you get points for them, which is similar to the next room. You want to be picking all heavy drops up. You want pretty much maximum heavy for the boss, around about. That's pretty important for these. Now you're going to have a yellow bar spawn up in middle, so you want to kill him first. That will spawn up the ogre, which you will have a super for, so you can use your super for him. It's perfect time to use it. My ogre was pretty much one shot. It gave me a chance actually to gain an additional amount of points on the ads, and to build my pulse nade. We can pretty much finish the ogre and then move on. Valkyrie will spawn up in middle. Just be careful when it spawns in, because you'll have like 3 shielding knights chasing you. If they all hit you at the same time, that will kill you, so just be careful with that. What I was doing here was tagging them, because once you put the Valkyrie into the chamber, they despawn and you get the points for them. So that's a really good way there. You can also gain additional points here. I didn't even gain any points there anyway, so it wasn't worth me picking that up. But you can see the amount of ads there where you can get more points. So for the boss, like I was saying, preferably you want full ammo for Thunderload. Nothing else is really required, really, in terms of that. Because Full ammo will do you for the boss, and for the additional amount of ads that spawn as well. I did use a couple of fusion rifle shots on him, but not much. I did use a pulse nail on him as well, but certainly not needed. Okay, so what we want to do for the one phase on Zol is you want to come round here. I'm going to do a rally barricade. I'm waiting for his critical heat spot, basically, for him to open up to get the most out of my ammo. I mean, it's not a true one phase, but you can't one phase this boss. Basically, it's not a one phase like that, since he becomes immune no matter what. Once he's immune, you want to run for your health since he's probably damaged you, and then you're waiting for the spawn. Now I'm on the ogre rotation, so I'm going to get 2 ogres. I want to kill them both with Thunderload, and there'll be a couple of acolytes spawn around him as well. Once I'm getting the 100k, I want to focus the boss only. So get the 100k and then just put shots into the boss. Now what's interesting with this boss, and I never knew that until now, you don't get points for him. So don't make the mistake that I did. You know, you get 98k, then you kill the boss expecting points. You won't get any points for him for whatever reason. I don't know why. So just make sure kill all the ads that you can. There'll be a couple more spawns if you didn't get all the points off the acolytes that I killed. Once you got the 100k, then you can just finish him off. But that was the 100k Nightfall done quick. I hope this helps, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
That's it.